Hello everybody, Shalom. My name is Jim Mayer. Welcome to our home in air, or Jim and Ishbel's, or just Jimish. It will always be that, to me and many others. We've been part of Southside Fellowship since 2001. Ishbel would have been honoured to be part of this video today, but she is here. However, sadly, as many of my church family will know, my cherished wife of 47 years, Ishbel, died on Sunday, February the 16th in Ayr Hospital and passed into the arms of Jesus her Lord, fully aware in her final moments, and my song in her ear, the Lord bless you and keep you. 3 days later, Wednesday the 19th of February, would have been her 76th birthday, and many cards and gifts were already at home pending that. My last card to her in hospital was at Friday the 14th of February, and that was Valentine's Day. She read it, we kissed, and then said, "Take it home, I'll get it with my surprise gift later." She had battled bronchiectasis and respiratory illness over many years, but this time pneumonia set in. As I paid tribute to her in my eulogy at the Thanksgiving service in ABC on the 26th of February, I was proud to call her my Proverbs 31 lady, the wife of noble character and my beautiful blessing from God. My heartfelt thanks to all who faithfully prayed for Ishbel over all these years, and for the 120 plus cards and letters of condolence, tribute and encouragement I received. I will treasure that always. I would have been distraught if the COVID restrictions imposed a few weeks later had affected all the funeral plans. Consequently, I had family separation, distancing for my family circle from Northern Ireland, Argyll and Darvel, which compounded my bereavement and loss, and so my faith, trust and hope in Jesus were my rock in these days. With Southside online services and weekday Take 10 to encourage and minister. From the 13th of April to August the 11th, there's 65 so far. Take my word for it, I've counted them all, and I've kept them all on my laptop. Thank you all for your contribution. Special mention must be made to my Southside Angels visits, with social distancing of course. Our mobile pastor ministry on tour. Solution, hang out your window, Jim, and you'll receive. Wonderful. And then the lady who phoned, walked and talked with me along the seafront. And second sister, who on several occasions joined me in not a power walk to Ayr Cemetery to arrange floral tributes within 2 meters, and her continuing ministry of soup. Then the 5 angels in the Southside Surprise Squad, who arrived in 2 cars while I was at Ayr Cemetery on my birthday on the 17th of June, gifting yellow roses, cards, butterfly birthday cake eaten on site, and all singing "Happy Birthday Dear Jim" at the gravesite. An Ayr Cemetery premiere. Totally surreal. This Sunday, the 16th of August, it will be 26 weeks since her death, and I'm finding the separation from her after all these years, to say the least, challenging. Difficult times were her birthday, April the 18th, which was the anniversary of our meeting and anniversary, my birthday, and soon on the 1st of September would be our 47th wedding anniversary. But most of all, nightly going through to bed. Alexa's not a substitute, so please pray for me. In my Bible, I keep an email from the 25th of October 2011. Ishbel had a copy as well, and it was from Colin Much, our previous pastor. It says this: Jim and Ishbel, I read this poem today and I couldn't think of a better example of two people who have grown spiritually in spite of valleys of life. Thank you for being the inspiration to myself and many others that you are. I hope the poem is a blessing to you today. I'm going to read it and I hope it's a blessing to you. It's in the valleys we grow. Sometimes life seems hard to bear, full of sorrow, trouble and woe. It's then we have to remember that it's in the valleys we grow. If we always stayed on the mountain top and never experienced pain, we would never appreciate God's love and we'd be living in vain. We have so much to learn and our growth is very slow. Sometimes we need that mountain top, but it's in the valleys that we grow. We do not always understand why things happen as they do, but I'm very sure of one thing: my Lord will see me through. The little valleys are nothing when we picture Christ on the cross. He went through the valley of death. His victory was Satan's loss. Forgive me, Lord, for complaining when I'm feeling so very low. Just give me a gentle reminder that it's in the valleys I grow. Continue to strengthen me, Lord, and use my life each day to share your love with others and help them find their way. Thank you for the valleys, Lord, for this one thing I know: the mountain tops are glorious, but it's in the valleys that I grow. However, next Thursday, August the 20th, God willing, I am travelling by bus to Tarbert Argyll with my free bus pass, but they're charging me £2 booking fee. However, I'm visiting my sister who lives there. It's the last time we visited with Ishbel was July 2018 for 5 days, and on the Sunday I had hoped to include Tarbert Free Church of Scotland for their Sunday service, but they're closed, Jim, oh dear. However, a few days ago, my sister's neighbour, another Ishbel, who's a church officer, she says, I hold the key, so when he comes, just tell him I'll open it up and he can go and just sit in the church, be still on his own. I thought that was lovely. And then yesterday they said, Jim, the church is opening for their very, very first service at 4 p.m. And so, because it's a small congregation, there'll be social distancing. So I'm back to church before Southside. Ayr Cemetery has been a regular visitation from me. It's a very contemporary setting, and making regular visits to arrange the flowers and water. And finally, on the 7th of July, her headstone was erected. Yes, before you ask, Ishbel had left little notes on what she would like included. A small plain cross, Proverbs 31 lady, and for me, because she didn't know who would go first, Isaiah 40 verse 31. So I just asked them to include that as well in space for me, and at the bottom, Shalom. I've spoken and shared with many who visit their loved ones, and they come to the grave regularly, sometimes every day or evening. Widowers, many grieving, hurting, some no faith, some with perhaps no hope. Talking helps them to unburden and perhaps open up to an independent person their inner feelings. I say to them, hope has a name. His name is Jesus. And they ask about all the inscriptions on the headstone. And so I've started to give them a copy of my CD, which is still available. And if you wish a copy of that, then please contact me directly or info@southside.co.uk. I've even asked one man to come to church when it reopens. The other thing is that the first track on that CD is Isaiah 40:31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up, they will soar on wings like eagles. This was gifted to me by Ishbel. And the first track on the CD is the basis of these words, which were given to both of us, and it's All Things New. If you didn't get your laminated copy when leaving the service of Thanksgiving, again, that's available from me, or if you're not in Southside, info@southside.co.uk. And I'm closing today with two encouragements for you. They're both YouTube links. The first one is Fellowship Worship, and they are singing the Chris Tomlin song, Is He Worthy? When he says, is he worthy? You have to answer that. If you answer all the way through the video, you'll be blessed. It touched me. In fact, I was bawling. And the last one is Hope Has a Name by River Valley Worship. That's very overwhelming, very Southside in content. So I encourage you to click on to these links. I leave you with Romans 15, verse 13. May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. May God's blessings surround you each day as you trust him and walk in his way. May his presence within guard and keep you from sin. Go in peace, go in joy, go in love. Shalom.